Today we are going to talk about making predictions. This means I use information from what I've read to guess what will happen next or to guess what the author will tell me next. So today we are going to be reading a fiction text. Okay, it's called The Chocolate Touch. But before we start talking about making predictions, I would like to go over the way that fiction texts are organized. Okay. So in a fiction text, we have a setting. There's usually a problem that happens, and then they have to find a solution on how they're going to solve that problem. Okay. There's characters, and there's many different things that happen, but it follows that structure of here's who we are, here's our setting, this is our problem, this is what we tried to do to fix it, and in the end, this is how we fixed it. Okay, so that's what we're reading today. So, today we will be using a valuable reading strategy called prediction. When we predict, we make a guess based on what we think is going to happen. When we predict and we think about what we already know from the pictures and clues about what might happen next in the story or text we are reading. This helps us to understand what we're reading better. Okay. So, I'm going to make a prediction first using these prediction language starters. So it says, I think because, I'll bet because, I suppose because, or I think I will learn because. I'm going to say, I think Chocolate Touch is going to be about a boy who loves sweets because I see all this candy around, but his favorite sweet is chocolate. Because they wouldn't have put that as the title if that wasn't something that he liked. Okay, would you like to try a prediction?
My prediction is that if he touches something, it turns into chocolate.
Why do you think that?
Because it's called the chocolate touch.
Okay. So, looking at the picture, you think it's going to be that if he touches something, it's going to turn into chocolate. Yes. Do you think he has this the whole entire time in the book?
No.
What part of the book do you think this is when we're talking about our narrative organization? Do you think that's going to tell us about the setting that his chocolate touches?
Yeah.
Or is that going to be the problem of the story?
Problem.
Why do you think it would be a problem?
Because then everywhere he goes, he can touch something and turn into chocolate and he can eat it.
But doesn't that kind of sound fun at first? Do you think it'll always be fun?
No.
Why not?
Because if you try to hug someone, you turn them into chocolate.
That's a really good prediction. I liked how you use the language that I predict, and you use the clues to help you. This is called before reading predictions. Now, together, we're going to read part of the story, and we're going to try to make predictions while we're reading together. Okay. Most of the time, John Midas was a very nice boy. Every now and then, of course, he broke. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some predictions we can make during our reading. So I'm going to make the first prediction using my language down here. I think that he has a crush on Susan Buttercup by the way that he talked to her. I think this because he says she has soft, curly hair and pink cheeks and blue eyes and the best marbles in the neighborhood. So I think he has a crush on her from all those words because he noticed all those good things he has.
Okay.
I want you to think of something that you have a prediction about with the new information that we have.
I predict, at the end of the story, he's gonna have better behavior.
Why do you think he needs to have better behavior? What in the story told you that?
Because he often broke this rule of being a tiger while his sister Mary was trying to sleep.
Very good. Now we're going to read just a little bit more, and we're just going to keep practicing, okay?
Okay.
At lunch one Saturday, Mrs. Midas... This is a good place to make a prediction in our head. What could those spots be? I think they might be chicken pox, because chicken pox cause spots. What do you think?
Maybe they could be little red freckles.
Why do you think freckles?
Because freckles are little
red dots too. Yeah. Very good. Do you see that you just made a prediction while you were reading? It's good to get those pictures in your head. Okay, one more prediction, and then I'm going to let you go on your own and make some more predictions. So what do you think is going to happen? Or use one of these here to help you.
I think when they're at the doctor's office, he's going to have, like you said, chicken pox, measles, something like that.
Why?
Because he's been eating too much candy.
Okay. I think because how we talked about before, that there has to be some kind of problem in the story, right? Yeah. I think the doctor might tell him he can't have any more candy. Yeah. Because it's causing his nose to break out in bumps. Yeah. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Okay. So your job now is to read the rest of this. Wait. Yep, you can read the rest of this chapter, and I want you to come up with 2 predictions while you're reading. Okay? What you're going to do is you can grab a pencil when I'm done talking.
Yeah.
You're going to come up with 2 predictions. Now, they don't have to be at the end, so you could come up with some clues and be like, oh, I think this is going to happen. If that happens in your head while you're reading, like, uh-oh, this is going to happen next, or I suppose that this is going to work out this way. Okay? If you have those thoughts, I want you to write them down, and when you're done, we're going to talk about them in group.